You had 16, 18, 21, 24, 25, 34, and then the multiple choice section.
Start at 16.
Start at, seriously?
I mean, I think, can I just tell you?
Tell me what you did.
I said no.
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay, that's not right. All right, so if I'm talking about piecewise, yeah. So it says to determine whether the curve has a tangent at the indicated point, and the indicated point being x equals 0, right? So in order for that to have the indicated tangent at 0, the slope has to be the same at 0. So I'm looking at the slope of the tan line of negative x. It's -1, right? And then this would be from the left. And then the slope of the tangent line from the right, well, this is the one that I'm going to need to go through and do the difference quotient for, right? The limit as h goes to 0, right? F of 0 plus h minus f of 0 over h, which is just h squared minus h, and then if I put a 0 in, I get 0 over h. Boom, boom, boom. Remember, I need it to be what in order for this tangent slope to exist? -1. So I've got h minus 1. Can I plug in now? Yes. Plug in a 0, and I get. Now, because both of those two are the same, then the slope does exist. It is -1.
I got both of them equaling 0, I think. But I mean, I got this.
X equals 0. But the slope, so the slope of this first one is easy because that's linear, right? If I'm thinking mx plus b, the slope there is -1. It's always going to be -1 no matter where you are on that line.
Oh, I read it as
You looked at continuity, I bet. Like, is the limit as I? But that's not what. This time we're looking for slope. Yeah.
-1.
Huh? It should be posted. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I might have just forgot to hit publish. Could have paused this while I did all that. That's okay. Where's 821, chapter 1? All right. It should be posted now. Nope. That's the wrong thing. That one should be it. All right. What else from your homework? Okay. On which one? On the first equation or the second equation? All right, so remember we're doing the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h, right? Only this time it's telling me that x is 0, so in place of the x's, I'm doing zeros. Okay, so f of 0 plus h is h squared minus h, right? That's where this comes from. F of 0 is 0, okay? So I got h squared minus h over h, yes? Well, then everybody's got, so h squared minus h, maybe this is where I lost you all. I could take an h out of the top. What's f of x? f of x. X squared minus x, right? But I'm saying in general, what is f of x? That's where the h squared minus h comes from. Because 0 plus h is just h, right? So it's really f of h instead of f of x. So now these cancel, and I got h minus 1. This, sometimes I cross that out, not realizing there's a 1 to hold its place. So if that's a line, think mx plus b. So if I have y equals negative x, what's the slope of that line? Slope is m. Close. Negative 1. Okay, so what you could go through all of this, the limit as h goes to 0 of f of 0 plus h minus f of h over h, but I'm using negative x, right? You could go through all that. It's a lot of work, but you could definitely do it. H goes to 0. This will be negative h minus negative h over h. Well, it's negative x. So if I plug h in for negative x, so then I got the limit as h goes to 0 of h times negative 1 plus, actually, I should have just said this was, oh wait, what'd I do? Oh, because I'm doing too much, I'm making this one harder than what it is. Yes. I got my signs mixed up here. This would be minus h, right? So, oh my gosh. Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you. So it was negative h minus 0 over h, which is negative 1. I knew it would work. I was just, but yes, but because that's a line, remember we talked about Friday, a line, it doesn't matter if this is my line here, right? This is y equals negative x. No matter where I go on this line, the slope is going to be the same. If I come here and I do the tangent line is the line itself. It's got a constant slope no matter where you go. Yes. 21. All right. Find the slope of the curve at x equals a. 21. So again, I'm going to do limit as h goes to 0. What am I doing? At x equals a. So this time I'm going to do a plus h minus f of a over h. A little more conceptual than the others because I'm plugging in, instead of plugging in a numerical value, I'm plugging in a variable value. So I'm plugging in a. Just stick with it. Keep following through. So I'm going to plug in a plus h, right? So I got 1 over a plus h minus 1 minus, now I'm going to plug in a, 1 over a minus 1, and everybody goes over h. The only way I see to do this is to take that nasty top and give it a common denominator and combine. Do y'all agree? All right, well, let's see. I'm going to give this one an a minus 1. I'm going to give this one an a plus h minus 1. So that the denominators are the product of the denominators here. Are y'all following me? No, because you got to multiply. Okay, so I'm just going to come off to the side and work with this for just a minute. I got a minus 1 minus a plus h minus 1. Watch that minus sign. A plus h minus 1, a minus 1.
I thought you had to.
Remember, I've just pulled this out. I'm just working with just this off to the side. So I'm coming over here to work a little bit to not get confused with my problem. All right, so what this really is a minus 1 minus 8 minus h plus 1. It looks worse than what it actually is. The a's cancel, the 1's cancel. Now what do I do? So now I have negative h over a plus h minus 1, a minus 1. Agreed? I'm going to plug that back in my problem. The limit as h goes to 0. So up top, I have negative h over a plus h minus 1. And I am going to multiply that by the flip of the bottom instead of dividing. Why might I do that? It's easier, it's in the top and the bottom, right? Now, look at there. Yep. You think we got it out of thin air? Well, because I was dividing by h. If you don't want it, just get rid of it. Make something up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Sometimes it feels like that. Well, no. So now I'm going to go through. You should be able to plug in now. So what do you need to do now? Put in 0 for h. And the whole goal is getting it to where I can plug the 0 in for h. Right? You leave it just like a minus 1 times a minus 1, which is that's what, now look, that's what I had too. I had negative h, but whenever I divided by that h that was in the bottom of the whole entire fraction, I multiplied by 1 over h, and it canceled top and bottom. Uh-huh. You killed a kitten? I think you did too. Well, because it says the slope of the curve at x equals a. If I don't know what a is. So what this is saying now is, although this was a lot of work, if I told you that f of x was 1 over x minus 1, I said, what's the slope of the tangent line when x equals 5? Well, you don't have to go through all that limit stuff now. You've already done it. Whatever my x is, I can plug in here and say, oh, well, that's 1 over 16. Or 2, or negative 3, or whatever it is. It's giving you a general formula is what it's doing. Which next unit you'll be doing a lot of these. So. What else? Yes. 25. F of t equals t plus 1 over t. IROC. IROC is just the same thing we've been doing, right? It's the slope of the tangent line at that point. So same song and dance that we did before. So the limit as h goes to 0 of f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 over h. If you'd like to come off to the side, come off to the side. F of 2 plus h. 2 plus h plus 1 over 2. 3 plus h over 2. Y'all okay there? f of 2, this one, would be 2 plus 1 over 2, which is 3 over 2. Go okay there. Let's plug her in. The limit as h goes to 0 of 3 plus h over 2 minus 3 over 2. Everybody goes over h. Conveniently enough, and so beautiful, I have common denominators already, right? So I don't have to go through any of that. I can just say that this is the limit as h goes to 0 of 3 plus h minus 3 over 2. And because this is a fraction and a fraction, I'm going to multiply by 1 over h. That's my bottom. Get rid of the 3's. I have the limit as h goes to 0 of h over 2 times 1 over h. What'd they get? Did I mess up somewhere?
I don't know. I didn't get fractions. I just kept the numbers as they were.
I did. I missed the h here.
You're right. Yeah, I ripped it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. I was making sure y'all were paying attention. I thought that was awful easy. I was like, great day, but sorry, I did. I was like, I am on it for a Monday morning. Nope, I thought. Oh my gosh. This one is 2 plus h, isn't it? Oh my gosh, now they don't have common denominators. I'm going to multiply this one by 2. I'm going to multiply this one by 2 plus h. Now, if any of those answers are wrong, I've probably already found them and corrected them, and there's a note somewhere. So if I don't get what they get, tell me, because I probably did something wrong up here. Okay. Because it was over t, and so if it's f of 2 plus h, I have to put the 2 plus h here at the bottom, too. And I just put 2. Like a dummy. Okay. So up top, I have 6 plus 2h minus, is that right? Oh, plus 3h. Over 2 times 2 plus h. So what y'all got? Yes, Miss McGee, that's what we have. Okay, where did it?
I got 2 plus 8.
I give this one a 2. I give this one a 2 plus h, right? This becomes 6 plus 2h minus 6 plus 3h. Yeah, it will be. So up top, yes.
So 3 plus 8 over 2 plus 8? Did you just make it 3 over 2?
When it's what? 3 plus h. No, if you want to kill a kitten, you can't do that now.
I mean, I was thinking like we did it with infinity.
Are you talking about, can you plug in 0 at this point? Yes, if you're going to 0. The reason, Robert, I'm not ready to plug in yet is because I still got this 1 over h, which will leave me undefined. Okay. If you got to this point, yes, that's a plug-in ready, because you wouldn't be undefined anymore. All right, so now I'm on the right track. I was right. Y'all were questioning, but I may get negative 1/4. All right, so an h in the bottom and h up top. I have negative 1/4 plus 2h. Now I can put that 0 in. And I get what else?
What's the answer?
34.
34 is negative 2/7.
Oh, I got that.
You had to do the limit and then set it equal to 0. We're doing more of this. 18. We're doing more tan problems. We're reviewing tomorrow. Thursday, I think. I think we'll probably need 2 days to, unless the review goes really, really well tomorrow. I'm planning on Thursday. That's my plan. Unless tomorrow just goes exceptionally well. Wednesday's also cut short, so I hate for your first test to be cut short. So. All right, so 18, determine if it has a slope at the indicated point, and the point being the 3π/4. So I need to do both of them. I'm going to do the limit as h goes to 0 of, I'll do the sine f of, what am I doing, 3π/4 minus h. And I need to do this for both sides. So let's do the sine first. The sine what'd you do? Did I? Oh, because once we pull in here, I didn't want you to have to use the. Oh, I see now. Yeah. Because the sine of 3π/4 is what? What is the cosine of 3π/4? Because those are happening at different points, at different places, right? I've got, let's say this is 3π/2. Sine is happening up here. Cosine is happening down here. It's a jump discontinuity. I can't have a tangent at a jump discontinuity. It's not continuous. It's going to have to be continuous to have a slope, right? Because they'd have to have the same slope. What? Oh.
I'm just gonna write.
We'll see. We'll see how time goes. She wants to do a unit circle Kahoot. You have one. No! They give you nothing on the AP exam. They will give you, if there's a formula you need, like if you're maximizing the volume of a right cylinder, I don't know, they'll give you that equation of volume, but you'll have to. Okay. What else from your home? I know y'all have asked about the multiple choice multiple times. Oh, 34. No, there's not one. It's not continuous, so it can't have a tangent. It can't have a point of tangency there because it's a discontinuity. Can't have a tangent line. If you have something that's doing this, right? I'm here, and then I jump up here and I do this. What's going to happen if you try to do a point of tangency here? There's no way that a tangent line is going to intersect at just one place. It wouldn't be a function anymore. And it would intersect twice. Right. That's exactly right. All right. What did y'all say? 34. Y'all have done every single one. I don't mind doing them when y'all do them, as long as y'all have tried them. But if I just do them, it's not doing y'all any good. All right, so at what point is the tangent horizontal? What does a horizontal tangent mean? What is significant about a horizontal line? It's straight. Tell me about the slope of a horizontal line. Same as what? It's 0. Thank you. We talked about that on Friday. The slope of the horizontal line is tangent. I mean, the slope of a horizontal line is 0. If the tangent line is horizontal, that means its slope is 0. So what I want to know is I want to know, when does this equal 0? Right, so 3 minus 4 times x plus h minus x plus h squared minus 3 minus 4x minus x squared all over h lots of algebra. 3 minus 4x minus 4h minus x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 3 plus 4x plus x squared. Everybody goes over h. Maybe some stuff will cancel. 3's, 4x, x squared. All right, what do I have? Now I have negative 4h minus 2xh minus h squared over h. This minus has to distribute through here. 2xh. When I FOILed that out, I couldn't plug in a 0 yet because of the h in the bottom. No, I want to know, when does this equal 0? That's my question as I go down. So now I can put, nope, now I can take an h out of everybody. So now I have the limit as h goes to 0 of negative 4 minus 2x minus h. Now I can put a 0 in for h and say, when does negative 4 minus 2x equal 0? Where is the tangent line horizontal on that? It's horizontal when x equals 2. But when the corresponding y value, I could, of course, just plug that in. That's because I've been doing this a while. Lots of places to mess up, though. I mean, look, if you didn't FOIL that correctly or distribute that negative sign through, you're thrown off in the very beginning. Then you put, I think so. I think it asks for the point, yeah. Not just the. So I plug it into the right. So I'll do f negative 2, which is 3 minus 4 times negative 2 minus negative 2 squared. 3 plus 8 minus 4. 7. So that point is negative 2, 7. All right, y'all ready for it? Y'all look dead. All right, 43. I'm going to try to run through these fast. If I go too fast, tell me to slow down. The line L tangent to the graph of the function f at the point 2, 5. So this is the point. Like I just found a point of tangency. They're giving me the whole point of tangency. Passes through the point. So this is point of tangency. And it passes through the point -1, -3. What's the slope of L? Yeah, that's just a basic slope problem. 8/3 D. 5 minus -3/2 minus -1. 8/3. 43 says D. 8/3. Yeah, that's right. Is it on the solutions guide that's wrong? Okay, no, it's definitely D. It's definitely D. This one says D beside it too, so I don't know why the solution says C. But yeah. Do y'all understand why we just did AROC on that, even though we were talking about instantaneous? The point was the point of tangency. The other point was on the line, the tangent line. All right, 44, find the average rate of change. And so this is an AROC problem, which is another slope problem. It gives me the interval. So I'm going to do f of 1, I'm going to do f of 3, and then I'm going to find the slope between the two. This would be 1 squared plus 1, which is 2. This would be 3 squared, 9, plus 3 would be 12. So AROC here would be 12 minus 2 over 3 minus 1, which is 10 over 2, which is 5. I'm too busy checking to make sure I got the right answer. D. Yeah. Okay, 45 and 46 are the good ones. Wait. Did you say wait? Okay. I'll work these two and then give you a break before we... You're welcome. I'm so nice. y2 minus y1. So you do the y's and then the x's on the bottom. It's not that bad, is it?
No,
Sophia looks like she just lost her best friend or something. She looks so sad. This is the interval that they're telling you. They're saying let f of x, whatever it is, go from 1 to 3. So, right, this is like this parabola, but it's only going to be this piece of the parabola. They're saying the absolute value, the average rate of change from here to here. Yes, this is not a point, this is an interval. This is saying what the function spans over 1 to 3. Y'all good? Oh, we did 45. All right. 45. Which of the following is an equation of the tangent to the graph f of x equals 2 over x at x equals 1? Okay. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for the equation of the tan line at this point. So I always ignore the multiple choice on this part, the choices, because I know what I need to do. Now, it might be that you can eliminate some, and we'll talk more about strategies for multiple choice when we get closer. But for right now, we're just practicing with the problems themselves. So let's first find the slope of the tan line at x equals 1. So to do that, that's the limit as h goes to 0 of f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 over h. This is going to give me the slope of the tan when x equals 1. And so I get the limit as h goes to 0 of, if I put in 1 plus h, if I put in 1, yes, I need a common denominator. This one gets a 1 plus h. So that it now becomes the limit as h goes to 0 of 2 minus 2 times 1 plus h over 1 plus h. And I'm going to go ahead and do my little trick here also. Oh, not yet. I will be able to, but not yet. The limit is h goes to 0 of. So this is 2 minus 2 minus 2h over 1 plus h times 1 over h. Agree or disagree? Yes? Suddenly it appears, the magic, calculus. Limit is h goes to 0. I can plug in now because I have negative 2 over 1 plus h. If I plug in 0, I get, what did that give me? That gave me the slope only. That's all I have. The slope of the tan line when x equals, what was it, 1, is negative 2. So I look at the multiple choice. I can eliminate B and D right off. I know I'm down between A and C. I don't know what the y-intercept is. I'm going to have to use the point to plug in to find. So if x is 1, what is y? I go back to that original equation, 2. So I've got the point 1, 2, and I've got the slope negative 2. So y minus 2 equals slope times x minus 1. And because all these are written in slope-intercept form, I need to clean it up a bit. Negative 2x plus 2 plus this other 2 over here. I got negative 2x plus 4. Is that one of the choices? Please let it be. That would be fine. The only reason I took it a little further was because it was multiple choice and I needed to see which one worked. But yes, you'd be fine there. Like if you stop, if you just did this. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Any way you want to do it, doesn't matter. Oh, well, nice enough. 46 plays in part with 45, so I don't have to go back and read it at work. So 46 says, which of the following is an equation for the normal line, same graph, same point. So if that's the slope of the tan, what's the slope of the normal? Positive 1/2, right? So I know it's got to be A or C again. I can eliminate B and D because those are negative 1/2. So again, I also have my point. My point is still 1, 2, right? My point of tangency there. So at 1, 2, I'm going to say y minus 2 equals 1/2 x minus 1. Or however you went about solving this, I'm going to add this 2. Negative 1/2 plus 2 is 3/2. 1/2. That would be A. On any of them? What?